guys, how are you guys on YouTube today? Well, I got a very interesting little call to DC adjustment power supply here. It's pretty old and it's pretty unique. But the reason why I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside as well, because it's a very old style power supply. That's all this is. It's 12 volts. Okay, it has 12 volts to come in. Then it has all different style of voltages. It has 3 volts, 4.5 volts, 6 volts, 7.5 volts, and 9 volts. But yeah, this is just a very old power supply. Here you guys can see the voltages, and it has the selector switch on the top right here. But it's kind of interesting to see one of these can be still used today. But the biggest problem with this one is I don't really have the tips for them anymore. This one is just kind of an old, outdated model. You guys have seen the ones or designed, for a house, like this one. This is a Radio Shack one. Okay, you guys can see there's the adjustment selector switch, and this is the new tip style design. This has the pins on it, and you just stick the little pins on there, and it works just fine. This one has 3, 5, 6, 6.57 and 7.5 volts in this one. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little unit. But yes, I'm going to be testing it to see if this little power light comes on. I have this is a standard 12 volt sealed battery here, and I also have some elevator clips, and I also just have a flathead or a Phillips screwdriver to take out the annoying screw on the aluminum underplate of this. I took this apart last night to see what it actually looks like on the inside. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's interesting. It's a very interesting little unit. It's just the power supply, that's all it is. But the problem is I don't have the tips for this anymore, and I got this a long time ago. But yeah, the tips do break on these, and the tips on this thing breaks too. You know, the end of it breaks, and it's kind of frustrating to try to find new tips for it. But yeah, this is what the old style tips used to look like. It's just one of those plug-in style type ones. But it's kind of interesting to find different things. But what I could probably use this for is to power certain things, like a 3 volt system or 6 volt system or a 9 volt system. But that's if this can handle the type of load you want to put on. But let's go ahead and let's see if it'll actually power it up and see if it actually works. Because with these older style units, sometimes these older units will not work like you should. Sometimes it's just more of a pain to try to fix them than it is try to get them to actual work. But we'll find out if she actually powers on. If she does, she does. If she doesn't, it just means I will have a future project with it eventually. But note on the end, this end here is your positive side, and the top end is your negative side of the unit itself. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and just put the little alligator clips on here, and we're gonna test it. Yeah, look at that. We got a pretty nice little red light. That means she's actually working. Now this is designed for a car with 12 volts. This is a 12 volt unit. and you will need a 12-volt battery if you're going to be using this for anything else. But you can also convert this into AC if you really wanted to use it. Is a pinch of something else, and if you want the 9 volts or all the different type of voltages on this old unit. Let's go ahead and peel off the aluminum plate here if I can actually get it off. But yeah, this is just was stuck on there with some double stick adhesive. That's all that is. And I was having a hard time trying to get it apart. But down below we just have a standard Phillips screwdriver or Phillips head screw. But it's kind of interesting to see a call power supply here for the different voltages. Yes, there are different voltages for a reason, for different things. They don't make these a lot anymore. They make them on the the AC side. You don't make them like this anymore. But it's kind of interesting. But if I want to actually put a different style tip design on here and get rid of the old-fashioned tip design, I can go ahead and chop this wire off and put a different piece on. But of course, it's antique and it's old. But what's really unique inside of it is just a standard power supply. That's all this is now. And we got the annoying little screw out. And the casing is just snapped into place. It works on the pulp. You just have to somewhat give it more effort for it to pop the pulp. But yeah, this casing does come apart. And take the lid off. Sometimes it's better to try to get to it, help. And sometimes you might need a flathead screwdriver to pop the clips on it, because it does have clips on it. But it's kind of interesting to find out a old unit will actually come in handy for all sorts of different projects, different power supplies, and all sorts of different things. Now, do I worry about taking something like this apart? No, not really. Because it can be used for, for own things. It can be used for different things alone. I don't have to, worry about it too much. If it's going to work or not work, or if it's going to work or work just fine. And yes, I do have the annoying screw out. It's just a holder to get apart, and we got an internal fuse, and that's a good thing. And this is the hardest thing, is to change type of fuse in there. You kind of have to take a screwdriver and pop it apart. Now it's gonna be stubborn because it's just all it is. It's just a piece of plastic holding another thing together. Now we got it all apart, and that's all she is. That's just the outside of the casing. Just put that off to the side. And we're going to take the outside of that. Put that off to the side as well. What's very interesting, this has a big, giant heatsink on the adjusting voltage regulator. What's in there? This is a single-sided board. By the way, this is a pretty nice board. You guys could probably see all the traces on that power supply itself. I don't know what's actually on the inside, but they do have it a very somewhat of a nice unit. But we do have a couple of different things. You guys can see here, this big giant heatsink is what's on the inside of the unit. And now this does have some different things on there. I don't want to lift it up too much. Oh, I can't lift it up because it's I don't want to break the little the little guy down here, this little voltage regulator. I don't know if you guys can see inside of that. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, here you have the on and off switch, or adjustment switch for the voltage here, and here we have an LED light. But it's kind of interesting. It has like all sorts of different little resistors. We're gonna go ahead and try and see if we can pull this up, but I don't think I can pull it up. I'd have to kind of take it apart. Like you guys can see on the inside, it does have like different resistors and all sorts of different stuff here. But this is where the AC or DC 12 volt comes in. Guys can see we have just a standard ground and a plus here for the inside of the unit. And this is a pretty nice little a very nice little adjustment power supply. It really works. Now the only way I can take this adjustment of this heatsink off is by taking out the screw. It does have a nut on the inside, or the only way to take this all apart is to take and desolder the little voltage regulator what's on the inside of this unit. But it's not much on these old little things. Now, if I had something I can power it up with, that would be kind of awesome. But I don't have anything to power it. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of nice to see old technology can be used for certain different items. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the inside. I'm sorry guys if you can't really see the whole tile inside of the board. Hey, you guys can see the traces on it. It's pretty neat. But this little adjustment power supply can come in handy for all sorts of different projects. You know, you just buy a nice project box, put a 12 volt battery on it, and put a different connection on it. You'd have yourself a pretty unique adjustment power supply. But yeah, this is just my little Garoto from a call. That's all it is. Pretty unique. Alright guys, if y'all brand new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Please like, please share, peace out, bye guys. We'll see you in the next vlog. And here's the last look of the thing. Alright, later guys.